We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Tools and techniques, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That is the real challenge. I spoke to this book earlier in the week, The Psychology of Leadership. I actually spoke to this morning as well. The key reason that I succeed where others fail, I believe, is because I've studied this bit, the psychology. Why people do what they do. What is their resistance? Instead of just assuming that I know what it is. Get to the real problem instead of treating the symptom. I'm going to speak to you here. This comes from chapter 3, principle 3, applying ROTS, return on time spent. Shopify made a little app that goes on the calendar invites that shows everyone the cost of the meeting. There's a reason why they did it. I'll read this piece to you right here. In any case, research suggests that unnecessary meetings cost a typical company of 100 employees about $2.5 million per year. Shopify has 11,000 employees, so they could have saved somewhere in the vicinity of $275 million per year. Now, you can't just can meetings as much as I'd like to. We need to get better at running meetings. Cameron Harold says, the author of Meetings Suck, meetings don't suck, we suck at running them. We've never had the training. They've been shown, given the format to do them properly. One of the best meetings you will run is the one that I'm doing here now, called ORCA, which we'll run through in a minute. And this was one of the actual tasks that the ORCA bot, the ORCA wingman actually gave me last night, was to do a reflection and see where the most value comes from my time when I'm travelling like I am at the moment. So instead, encourage everyone in your organisation to focus on high ROTS meeting, return on time spent. Eliminate the rest. High ROTS, high engagement meetings are those that include unleash the creativity of the team, require nuance in addressing disagreements, involve important decisions, involve selling to a prospect or getting feedback from a client. And he's actually missed the most important one at all, which is the continuous improvement loop that ORCA provides. All right, so I spoke to ROTS earlier on as well. If you want the link to PM capacity, I spoke to another book, 80-20 Sales and Marketing by Perry Marshall, and you think, what's marketing got to do with all of this, Beanie? And the answer is a damn lot, okay? In there, I focus on 3 key tasks. Perry says planning and prioritising your day, and you think about this over a project as well, the impact that would have on a project. He calls that $1,000 per hour task. Using social media with extreme competence, what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting in Perth at the moment because I can use social media with extreme competence. Vitally important for PMs to learn how to transition from project manager. I need to get rid of the word manager, get rid of it. It's a 1911 word, as Christian Bukosa says. And they need to become the catalyst that removes roadblocks and helps remove resistance to change. And the other one was building culture, which we can do while we're doing social media with extreme confidence. We get 2 bangs for the buck. Anyway, let's get into today's ORCA debrief. New shift, Tuesday, 9th of December 2025. See what questions he asks me about what we actually did. He's going to ask me, did I complete my tasks first up? Which we nailed all 3 again. But if you go back and look at the previous episodes, I set myself up to win, not to fail. So the tone's direct and demanding, straight into discipline, no hesitation, no slow start, just execution. Your 3 daily actions for Monday the 8th of December were create tomorrow's single objective Kanban ticket before bed, which I did. I was to get a post out this morning. 30-minute focus block before any client-facing activity, which I did. I did that before I even left my room here this morning. Capture one insight, constraint, opportunity, pattern. Rots. Binary answers only. Yes, no. Action 1, yes. Action 2, yes. Action 3, yes. So you'll give me a little pat on the back for that. And then we'll get into what today's mission actually was. Travel week, high friction environment, you still delivered a perfect set. That's elite identity level consistency. Your system didn't wobble under load, it adapted and held. Now we move. Direct and demanding was the one single highest objective for today. Not everything you handled, not travel fatigue, not the general progress, one outcome that depended on. Today's objective was, after that 30-minute planning session this morning, was to get a post up on LinkedIn on the psychology of leadership. I want to get one more session or 2 more sessions booked in before Christmas. So I need to keep pedal to the metal on LinkedIn. So that was the objective, was to get that LinkedIn post up, speaking to the right person. He's probably going to say I gave him too much information, but will distill it down. This is all part of the process. You're not going to just go through this as smoothly as I do when you first start out either, by the way. It's going to be clunky to start with. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel, actually, we'll do a little exercise, right? So put thumb up, forefinger out. Now swap, 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 swap. If you're trying to do that, you're probably going like this, trying to work out how to do it. That's because it's awkward. I'm not giving you, I think, overly difficult to do. And I was watching that, liking it. So that's a good thing. It must have cut through the noise. It's just because it's awkward. Until you burn the neural pathways in, which they know from researching fighter pilots, funnily enough, it takes them about depending on the level of complexity of a task, it takes somewhere around 60 to 65 repetitions on average before you burn the pathway in, before it becomes habit, for want of a better term. Hence the reason why I'm doing 90 of these and haven't set the bar too high, just to make sure that I get the reps in every single day. Objective day 16, publish a LinkedIn post on the psychology of leadership, target at the exact decision maker you want to attract to drive 1 or 2 more December session bookings. This is commercial, strategic, avatar specific, directly aligned with your December goal. Good, now we move. Results 9th of December, direct and demanded. Did you publish the LinkedIn post as intended? Yes. Was it targeted at the right person? Was the message delivered cleanly? Yes, I published the post. Yes, it was at the right person. I'm aiming at GM level. Was the message delivered cleanly? I believe yes, it was. Let's see what he has to say about this. Good, clean, binary, objective. LinkedIn post published, target at GM level, decision makers, message delivered cleanly, no hesitation, no caveats, executed as intended. Now we capture the drivers. Let's distill the behaviours, outputs that actually produced the win. You used a structured 30-minute planning session to lock in today's priority, not what I feel like posting, a deliberate commercial decision tied to session bookings. You wrote for a specific avatar, GM level. When the target is clear, thinking becomes sharp and the output becomes fast. You maintain LinkedIn cadence despite travel and execution load. This is consistency under friction. This is what builds pipeline momentum. These are the real causes, not inspiration, not luck, not mood. Now we apply leverage to the next 24 hours. 3 daily actions for the next 24 hours, direct and demanding. You're in a travel-heavy execution week. Keep your load light, binary, and commercially meaningful. Tomorrow's single objective, Kanban ticket before bed. This is the backbone of the streak. Break this, everything slips. 1 30-minute focus block before client activity. Travel week. Rules still apply. Reduce the load. So he's cut the load back from 50 minutes back to 30, which works really well for me in the morning. I just jump up, have a coffee. I don't have to think about it because I write my first task for the day at the end of this. And that first one is done. Box tick, 1, bang, done. Hop up in the morning, I have a look at I haven't got the Kanban board with me, of course, because I'm traveling. I've got a little notebook that I carry with me. Probably haven't got it right here in front of me at the minute, but it's just here. It'll be sitting on the desk here tonight, and I'll be sitting right beside this, because that's what I'm focused on at the moment, doing that. You still need pipeline movement. 2 is enough to maintain commercial rhythm without overload. Binary, doable, high leverage. Insight package, wingman insight. You're doing something most leaders never do. You are sustaining daily momentum inside a high friction mobile environment. And this is critical when you're trying to do, when you're not trying to, when you're implementing this on site. The second that you go, we won't worry about it today, we'll just leave it till tomorrow, game over. You're starting from scratch again. You've let people off the hook. You must maintain momentum. This is the difference between people who say they want to change and those who actually become someone new. Operational insight. Your behaviour today fits the afterburner principle of simplify the mission, sharpen the target. You didn't try to do 10 things, you did one thing that drives bookings. This is operational maturity. Level 3, AI meta insight. Your pattern is now clear. Your execution quality increases when the objective is tied to a person, not a task. When you say, I'm writing for a GM, I'm targeting a Sunshine Coast operators, I'm speaking to PMs. Your clarity spikes, your output sharpens, your resistance drops to 0. We'll build the next phase of ORCA around this insight. 16 days, still no to collapse. Travel has not broken the streak, it's reinforced it. When you're ready, day 17. All right, that is tomorrow. Anyway, if you're not moving quicker, if you want to move faster, then just watch this. And we'll speak tomorrow on day 17.